All right, so it's over to you, Aisha. Let's give them another round of applause, folks.
Thank you very much, Terence. Anyway, good morning, everyone. It's really great to see, a lot of smiling faces. I think everybody's re-energized with the coffee. It was really interesting chat we had earlier. Anyway, for those of you who don't know me, my name's Aisha Sinclair. I'm a television presenter. I've been in the entertainment and broadcasting industry for about 10 years, so that's not so long. Anyway, it's a great honor to be invited to moderate today's session. We are talking about breaking the glamour gap, or the gap between celebrity and their fans. And like I said, it's a great honor because I've got a wonderful panel. We've got Ms. Malini Agarwal, who is a celebrity blogger. I believe the Huffington Post called you the most important blogger, the most famous blogger in India. She has her blog, missmalini.com, has about almost half a million unique likes or unique clicks a month. So that's really, really impressive. So she's going to be talking to us a little bit about her years blogging and watching and monitoring the entertainment industry. Now, next to Ms. Malini, we have Nick Michael Imran. Now, he is a celebrity chef. He is a very famous Malaysian personality, a TV presenter also, a restaurateur. So a young guy who knows how to use social media to help talk about things that he loves, passion, food. Now, next to Nick Michael Imran, we've got Sazi Fala. Sazi Fala is an award-winning actress, television presenter, and also an entrepreneur. She's got extremely strong presence in the social media here. She started her own fashion line, selling online. So if you're a fan or you follow Sazi Fala, it's either about fashion or her two gorgeous twin daughters. And not sitting slightly far away, there you go, we've got Dr. Fazli Yaakob, who is Master Chef Celebrity Malaysia. He is a motivational speaker, a singer, a television presenter, a man with many, many hats. Now he's a student, I believe, at Le Cordon Bleu. We all know that is the famous French culinary school, and so that will be / soon-to-be pastry chef. Now, like we mentioned, today we're talking about celebrity and social media. Now, I'm sure all of you were here for the earlier session, and they spoke of how social media has changed the game. It's changed how we run our businesses. It's nobody can ignore it anymore, from politics to journalism, advertising, education, and what we see. The entertainment industry is one of the industries that, let's just say, is reaping the most benefits. Celebrities have taken to the Twitter sphere, social media, and they're using Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram to further expand their influence and also to connect with their fans. So we will be talking about just that. Now, Ms. Malini, like I mentioned, in her years monitoring and reporting on the entertainment industry in Bollywood and now international, she'll be able to give us a little bit of an insight on how she has seen this change happen. So, Ms. Malini, I'll hand it over to you.
Thank you. Thank you for that glowing intro. And I'm the only nerd on this panel, so I brought a PowerPoint. So let me just say thank you. I feel very honored to be invited to speak at Malaysia Social Media Week, and I'm very, very happy to be on a panel that's so glamorous. I'm Malini Agarwal, also known as Miss Malini, and I'm from India. So I thought I'd tell you first a little bit about myself and my blog. So, let me see. Ashwin had showed me the magic spot for making this work earlier today. Aha, here we go. Okay, so this is me. I'm the founder and blogger-in-chief of missmalini.com, and Miss Malini, I'm proud to say, is a leading Bollywood fashion and lifestyle blog out of India. And I'm also one of India's most influential social media influencers with over 1 million followers across Facebook, Google+, Instagram, Twitter. I use everything. I'm on every platform. So you can tweet me right now. My handle is up there. It's at Miss Malini. If you tweet me, I will tweet you back. And because I've been doing this for a long time, I also engage with a lot of brands and celebrities to help them use social media better and leverage this platform, which is so amazing and can be good and bad and a lot of fun. So since we're here to talk about, still having trouble with this pointer. All right, since of course we're here to talk about celebrities and social media, let's figure out who we're talking about. Who are these celebrities that we're talking about? So first up, I compiled the list from, of course, various sources. This one's from Twitter Counter. These are the top 5 celebrities on Twitter based on number of people that follow them. And interestingly enough, you see they're all music related, right? Raise your hand if you follow Justin Bieber. Okay. Raise your hand if you follow Barack Obama. All right, it's pretty even. All right. So what's interesting here, if you notice, Justin Bieber has over 35 million followers, but he also has the most tweets. He sent over 20,000 tweets. He also follows a lot of people. This is not true for people like Rihanna or Katy Perry. So this just goes to show that it may not be necessary to tweet a whole bunch or extra or follow everyone as a celebrity to get that many followers. Now, if you look at Facebook, the ranking is similar. It's all music related. There's Rihanna, Eminem, Shakira. Interestingly, here at number 4, Michael Jackson, who's passed away, is still really high on that list. And if you look at the number of people talking about him, he eclipses everyone else on that list. So this is just the top 5. And I thought it might be interesting then to look at the top 100 celebrities, and this is Twitter accounts run by individual people. And again, if you look at this, and I was surprised, were you surprised to see this, that it's all music? Raise your hand if you're surprised to see that it's music. You're not, because you all follow musicians, clearly. So here it's basically heavily influenced by celebrities who are in the music industry. But if you look between Twitter and Facebook, in the top 100, Twitter still is a little more diverse. You'll still see TV personalities, sportsmen, musicians, reality TV stars, even comedians and bloggers in that top 100. So now if I were to zoom out even more and say, okay, now I'm going to look at things that are also companies and non-individuals in that top 100. And suddenly you see that even companies and non-individuals are starting to influence the social media space. And so if you look at companies like the Facebook app, probably has the most followers on Twitter. Television shows, does anyone know? Simpsons and Ellen DeGeneres have the most following. Movies, The Lord of the Rings, obviously. Of course, still there's a lot of music, but Twitter and Facebook is still being influenced and heavily influenced by brands, and I'm sure a lot of people here work with brands are probably happy to hear that. So now, this is something that I've grown to learn over the years working with celebrities in India, and this is how Indian celebrities, and correct me if I'm wrong, I feel celebrities pretty much all over the world use social media. I feel they use social media in 4 very specific ways. Communication, promotion, appreciation, and redemption. So I'll take you through all of those. Communication. Raise your hand if anybody who've ever tweeted a celebrity and they tweeted you back or they retweeted you. And look at that big smile on your face. It feels so good, right, when they do that? It makes you feel good. And that's what celebrities have learned, that it really bridges the glamour gap. It makes them connected to people who love them. So in Indian celebrities, you have A. Rahman, who's a very famous musician. He'll tweet, how's everyone doing? What are you doing? And he'll get a ton of replies. Amir Khan, famous actor, similar. The third example I picked specifically because Salman Khan, who's a very famous actor, his reply on Twitter was simply, "I'm good, thank you." And that got over 1,000 retweets and 1,200 favorites. Just going to show that if you're a big celebrity, they just want to hear you say something, anything. It's just exciting. Similarly, they feel that it's an easy way, and it's a great medium to communicate with your fans and stay in touch. The other thing is promotion, and celebrities are becoming well aware that this is a direct and free way to, publicize yourself. And you're promoting yourself to people who have opted in. They like you already. That's half the battle won. So if you say I'm doing something, they'll be even happier to hear from you. So whether you're promoting a new song in your movie or a new episode of your TV show, or you're saying, hey, I'm performing like Shah Rukh Khan did at an arena, come watch me, people will go buy the ticket and do that, because even though it was done on a very public platform, it felt kind of personal. Of course, appreciation. People, celebrities are also realizing this is a great way for them to tell their fans that, hey, I appreciate you being out there, the love. I love that you sent me happy birthday wishes or sent me whatever request that you did. And it's very endearing, and you'll find things like this get a ton of retweets and they'll get a lot of acknowledgement. Or they'll, tweet a specific fan club. So the Akshay Kum fans WB probably took a screenshot and posted it on his wall and, changed his bio to say, oh my God, I got a tweet from the celebrity that I love. The fourth way is actually when a celebrity does something wrong. Like I'm doing with this clicker right now again. Oops, sorry. Okay, so there have been instances, and I'm sure this is the gossip you've been waiting for, and I have more for you, I promise. It's a great personal platform to explain yourself and say, I'm sorry. And this has happened, I'm sure everyone knows, with Ashton Kutcher as well, where, he tweeted about a coach that was fired, and later he discovered that it was a much bigger scandal and he shouldn't have said anything. And he took to it, and he was one of the first celebrities to actually get on Twitter. So he took this opportunity to apologize and say, I'm sorry I did that. Justin Bieber, anyone know what happened? They found him smoking pot. And so he took to social media to say, I'm sorry about that, and I'm sorry I let you down. Similarly, Kanye West at the Grammys grabbed the mic from Taylor Swift and said, I think Beyonce should have won. And that was really embarrassing and offensive to Taylor Swift, obviously. So he used Twitter to apologize to her as well. So you can see it's a great way to do a very personal apology on a public platform. Now, as much as it's a great tool, and I'm sure all the other celebrities on this panel realize that it can be also risky from time to time. Social media, it's unrestricted. Anyone can participate. It's unfiltered. People can say whatever they want, and it's unchecked. Even if it's not true, if enough people retweet it, suddenly in the virtual world, it's true. I'll give you an example. This is Priyanka Chopra. She's a pretty famous Bollywood actress. She's also got her own single, works in LA, doing stuff in Hollywood. She Instagrammed this picture of herself, and it's a nice picture. And slowly, people started tweeting her saying, hey, have you had any plastic surgery? And then someone said, yeah, she's definitely had her nose done, and look at those lips. And it became such a snowball effect that for 2 weeks, she stopped using social media because she was so hurt by it. And then she, of course, grew some thick skin and came back and said, okay, now it doesn't bother me so much. But literally, it went out of control. Again, social media is uncontrolled. You might start a conversation, but you can't control where it's going to go. It's unpredictable. It can change. In an instant, something can go from good to bad. An example of this is Imran Khan used to use Twitter a lot, another Bollywood celebrity. 2 years ago, he stopped using Twitter because every time he would tweet something, there'd be some nasty, people with nothing better to do who would be mean back to him. They'd make fun of everything he said, any conversation he started. So he stopped using Twitter. Then it can also be dangerous because it's unedited. You as a celebrity might tweet something on the spur of the moment, think it's exciting, but you don't realize the impact it might have. It's unnuanced because they don't know how you said it. Maybe you were being sarcastic or you were being funny, but that may not have come across. An example of this, so this is a picture of a Bollywood actress, Bipasha Basu, who tweeted this picture. Now, the backstory of this is, surprisingly, Bipasha Basu does not know how to tie shoelaces. Don't ask me why, she just doesn't. And she had her niece and her friend tie her shoelaces and said, look, they're tying my shoelaces. This sparked a whole controversy on Twitter about how Bipasha Basu is promoting child labor in India. Right? And she wouldn't have thought that, so she deleted this tweet, but by that time it was on 100 blogs and it was out of control. It can be underestimated. You don't understand how big of an impact social media can have. And how unstoppable it is until it's too late. And this is one of my favorite examples. So this is John Abraham. He's pretty hunky. He was in a big movie called Dostana. And this is a very classic, famous scene from this film. The little guy in the picture inset is a lesser-known actor, Tushar Kapoor, who hasn't really done very well, thinks he's really funny, and decided to spoof this exact picture. Unfortunately for him, what started out people saying, yeah, that's so funny, that's cute, they suddenly made so much fun of him. For over a year, he has suffered from people sending him this picture, like just all the time. And he still has not recovered. So, it can be dangerous. And he was just kidding, right? So you have to be so careful. So just to recap, pitfalls, unrestricted, unchecked, unpredictable, and especially for celebrities, it can be a very dangerous place to play, unless you have very thick skin, or you have very sharp and clever wit and can come out of it. And then I thought, just to leave you with something else, which I thought was kind of interesting, since we're talking about celebrities on social media. Now, there's a lot of different ways that you can assess how big a celebrity is on social media. And you probably won't be surprised to see that the number 1 and 2, based on star count, this basically assimilates how many YouTube fans, Twitter fans, Facebook, everything, and says these 2 are the top of the list. Selena Gomez, Justin Bieber's girlfriend, I think ex-girlfriend now, and Jennifer Lopez, okay? But do you know these 2? These are number 3 and 4 on that list, Ray William Johnson and Smosh. This is a clear example of how celebrities can be born on social media because they just create funny videos, did hilarious things on YouTube, and they're super famous. So basically what Ray William does is he takes viral videos and sort of dissects them and talks about them. And Smosh, they do sort of fun testimonial videos. And for them, all the rules that I just told you don't apply because people want them to be stupid and goofy and fun. And while it's good to have some practices to follow, you never know which ones will work and which won't for you. So it's kind of a dangerous place to play and the rules keep changing. And just because you've been so sweet and have been listening to me for so long, here's a sneak peek of the new Miss Malini line, the Bollywood fashion and lifestyle girls. This is what I think I look like on the internet. But thank you so much for your time, and I'll hand you back to my wonderful moderator.
Thank you very much, Malini. That was fun indeed. There you go. So over Malini's years, this is what she's seen. Now, actually, we will take a chat with our celebrities and see how they personally manage it. First of all, I'd like to invite members of the floor. If you guys have any questions, you can actually ask me. Just hashtag MSMW2013. So I will try my best to forward these questions to our panel in real time. So nice questions, please, nothing sensational. Like I saw somebody tweet, yes, it's hard being a celebrity on social media. That's quite true, and I'm sure a lot of them will agree. Now, let's start with Nick, Michael, Imran. So, being relatively new in this industry, and I think when you first joined, already social media was quite a big thing. How have you personally seen this change with maybe 5-10 years ago, maybe your celebrity idols, and now today as a celebrity?
Well, as a celebrity, it's only been a year on social media for me. And I would say that the biggest impact that it's had on me is after joining MasterChef, it actually quantified the amount of support I had from fans. And in turn, this proved to Astro that I could have a TV show. And they gave me a cooking show. And since then, it's just been maintaining the support on social media and taking it from there.
Now, talking about maintaining support on social media, what do you do to keep your fans engaged?
Well, I've done a number of things. I mean, basically, it's all about mentioning and replying and engaging. I mean, that is the key. Next to that, it's also keeping it authentic. Mm-hmm. You know, as long as I keep it personal, it's from me, then they will appreciate it. Like what Miss Malini said just now, even a hi, how are you, or thank you, I'm good, is good enough for a lot of fans. Some require more attention, some require less, but that's how you anticipate their needs. Yeah, that's about it.
Now, you also have a restaurant. Nick has a restaurant. It's called Picnic.
Yep.
A lot of businesses, and I'm sure a lot of people here today are business owners. How many of you are business owners and are looking to use social media to help propel your business to another level? Okay, we have quite a few people, self-employed business owners. Now, how would you use social media to sell your business, but the appropriate without, like you said, you got to keep it authentic, because at the same time, you are Nick, Michael, Imran.
Yeah, I mean, the brand I carry for Picnic for my restaurant is also me. They're actually quite related. But there's actually two approaches that I take. Mm-hmm. One is before I open up the restaurant, I've done several things like I've included my fans to vote for the name for my restaurant. So by right, the name of my restaurant is given by Twitter. Because what happened was I was telling them I'm opening a restaurant, and someone said, hey, why not call it Picnic? So I held a voting session, and about 400 people approved of it on Twitter. And this was all real time, like at the moment, whoever's online, they'll reply. And it's good because what happens is once the restaurant is open, when people come to the restaurant, they're like, hey, I actually voted for that name. That there's...
So that's that sense of ownership.
Yeah, they feel a part of it, you know what I mean? And the next approach I take is after opening up the restaurant, it's just, monitoring, especially the hashtag function. That's a big, big bonus for me. Every day I check my restaurant's hashtag and see what people say about the restaurant or about me, or they ask, where is picnic? So I get to reply, and then I say, like, come see me, and that adds to the excitement of coming to the restaurant. So I guess it goes the same as, having a brand or any other products that you have. As long as you get to engage with them, they have that sense of a part of your product or your brand name. So those are my two approaches that I take.
Now, we actually do have a question from Shah Rosli. She wants to know, how many hours a day do you guys spend on social media? Nick, how many hours do you spend?
Every minute.
Every minute. So
no, to be honest, because I keep in contact with friends on social media and also with fans. So there's no off day, except for when you're sleeping, of course. But I'm always online. Yeah.
So if you see anybody on the panel who's looking down, no, we're not sleeping. We're actually checking our phones for Twitter updates. Now, I'm sure a lot of people want to know, Malini, with you and being a blogger, and I'm sure there are a lot of bloggers in the house too. Now, how many hours do you spend?
I spend more than I have. I spend more time online than I spend doing anything else. I sleep maybe 4 hours a day.
All right, and all other than that, it's all online. So do you think this is a must if somebody wants to be a successful blogger, to have a blog that really, really connects and is, like what internet does, I think it's real time. Do you think that's a must?
I think it's a must, but I also think that if you understand people who do this, who blog and use social media, they love it. I live in this virtual world where I have a billion friends who are fun and interesting from all over, and they have clever things to say and they share things with me. So more than a must, I really enjoy it.
Okay, so you're very lucky in that sense. So you enjoy what you're doing, which is really great. Now, let's talk to Sazi a little bit. You've been in the industry for 14 years. Fantastic, 14 years. Now, a lot of celebrities have actually chosen to not embark or jump onto the social media bandwagon, thinking that their lives are private, I don't want to use it to sell stuff, so on and so forth. Now, why was it important for you to actually use social media?
Well, good morning, everybody. Was it afternoon already? Good afternoon, everyone. My first stint with social media was actually MySpace, and I think that was back in 2005. Started being in industry in 99. And I remember my husband, back then boyfriend, was asking me, you're getting really heavy on social media, why is that? I'm like, I don't know, I feel there's something that's going to happen. At that time, I think a lot of us didn't know how big social media was going to be or become. And I was